Section 2, Unit 6, Metal Composition and Classification. Introduction. Metal uses in machining. Ferrous metals contain iron. Non-ferrous metals contain no iron. Alloys equals metal containing two or more metals, or a metal and a non-metal element. Classification systems. UNS, Unified Numbering System. AISI/SAE is American Iron and Steel Institute, Society of Automotive Engineers. ASTM, American Society for Testing and Materials. IADS, International Alloy Designation System. AA is Aluminum Association of the United States. Classification of metals according to the UNS. So A1 through 99,999 is aluminum and aluminum alloys. C is copper and copper alloys. D is specified mechanical property steels. E is rare earth and rare earth-like metals and alloys. F is cast irons. G is AISI and SAE carbon and alloy steels. H is AISI and SAE H steels. J is cast steels except tool steels. K is miscellaneous steels and ferrous alloys. L is low melting metals and alloys. M, miscellaneous non-ferrous metals and alloys. N, nickel and nickel alloys. P, precious metal alloys. R, reactive and refractory metals and alloys. S, heat and corrosive resistant stainless steels. T is tool steels, wrought and cast. W, welder metals, and Z is zinc and zinc alloys. So hot rolled and cold rolled steels. Hot rolled steels, HRS, has a rough, scaly, oxidized surface, and cold rolled steel has a dull gray, smoother surface. The AISI/SAE system for classifying plain carbon and alloy steels. The first two digits of a steel number designate the major alloying elements, and the last two or three represent the carbon content in hundredths of a percent. Cross-reference the AISI and SAE and UNS numbers for steel classifications, and that on the right shows that. Categories for tool steels. High-speed tool steels is letter symbol M, and molybdenum types. T is tungsten types. Hot work tool steels, H1 through 19 is chromium steels. H20 through H39 is tungsten types, and H40 through H59 is molybdenum types. Cold work tool steels, D is high carbon, high chromium types. A is metal alloy, air hardening types. O is oil hardening. Shock resistant tool steels is S. Mold steels is P. Special purpose tool steels is L for low alloy types. F, tungsten carbide types, and water hardening tool steels is W. The compositions of M series tool steels, and that shows the different chemical compositions and typical heat treatment data. Cast iron is a dull gray in color and very rough surface. Cast iron part before and after machining. Cross-reference the ASTM and UNS classifications for cast iron. Stainless steel contains 10% chromium, corrosive resistant, and some pieces of stainless steel raw material. Notice that it is brighter than the CRS shown in figure 263. Cross-reference of some stainless steel's UNS number to AISI types and their major alloying elements. UNS numbers are the parentheses below the AISI numbers. And there's a table for that. Non-ferrous metals include aluminum alloys, magnesium alloys, copper alloys, titanium alloys, and superalloys. And there are some examples. IADS/AA identification of wrought and cast aluminum alloys, and shows you the difference between the two. Some examples of cast magnesium alloys showing their ASTM and UNS destinations and compositions. 3 copper alloys from left to right is pure copper, brass, and bronze. UNS destination numbers and major alloying elements for some wrought and cast copper alloys. Some UNS designations of titanium alloys and their compositions. Some UNS designations for super alloys. The composition percentage shows the elements that make up each super alloy.